Hey guys, Yulia here. So today's video will be kind of all over the place because I have tons of things that I need to do that are garden related. So I thought I'll just take you along with me and just show you everything. So first of all, I have more seeds that came in, so my seed stash is growing and I promised to show you that to you guys. So I'll do that today. I also have to start some more seeds. There's some stuff blooming outside that I wanted to show you. I also wanted to show you my light setup for my seed starting, and I maybe have to water my plants. I have to check on that. So let me just get started and see how much I can get done. Let me just show you what's going on my work desk. I have seeds starting, I have seeds, I have soil, I have bottles for the winter sowing. So we'll get back to my seed stash later. Let me show you my light setup. I'm on the kitchen and we have this little nook here between the kitchen and the dining room where I set up my seeds. Michael is not too pleased, but I told him it is temporary, it is necessary. So what I'm trying to do this year, I am actually trying out 4 different lights to see which ones work best as grow lights. And I'm also trying to see if they're comparable to sunlight. So let me just show you the lights now. All right, so let me start with these lights here first. I have 1, 2, 3. And I'll start with my oldest light. This is about 10 years old and it definitely works really well for seedlings. I will post all of these lights in the description down below, but as you can see, this light is very well loved and I've grown a lot of plants with the help of this light. Now this one right here I just bought recently, but I'm already liking this a lot. It is very long, it is cool looking. Look at the nice steel-like texture here. And then this light right here is just a fluorescent light from my aquarium, which surprisingly also works really well for seedlings. So these are the 3 lights that I'm going to be trying out on this side. Oh, by the way, I already have some seedlings here. Look at the babies. Yay. That's status and some funky grass. Okay, on this side, I have these lights that I found through Soil and Margaritas on her YouTube and Instagram. Wonderful channel in Spanish too, if any of you are Spanish speaking are out there. Let me just turn this off so you can see how I set it up. These are LED lights and they're super light. I actually put them up here with help of Scotch tape, those really the heavy duty ones, the Velcro ones. These don't weigh almost anything and they don't produce a lot of heat, so it was safe to put it under the counter like this. Oops, sorry. Let me just turn it on. Look at how bright they are. They are so incredibly bright. Ignore this, I'm just trying out a germination of old seeds, obviously not doing really well. Oh, and then I have to plant coleus. I'm easily distracted, I'm sorry guys. But anyway, I will post all of the links down below to all of these lamps. Before I show you my seed stash, I just wanted to show you some things that are blooming outside right now. Check out these Hellebores. Oh, hi baby. What you doing outside? There's the garden crew. Hi garden crew. Anyway, look at how pretty. So this one is Ivory Prince, and I'm sorry baby, I'm talking right now, I'm sorry. And it is one of the earliest to bloom. It has these beautiful pink outer petals and just beautiful flowers. All right, let me show you our witch hazel too. These are our beautiful witch hazels, amethyst, and I bought them on a big sale about 3 years ago. They were about $10 each per sprig, and they do grow about 8 feet tall and wide, and as you can see, I have 3 of them here. I am going to donate the ones in the back to our local park because that's just too tight for all 3 of them. Beautiful color. It's kind of not my favorite in the garden, but I'll take any color at this time of the year. And they actually started to bloom back in January. So this was the show back in January. They are fragrant, which is also very unusual for winter blooming flowers. And beautiful fall color, beautiful structure plant. If you were looking for a specimen plant for your garden to look out of the window in the winter, this one is beautiful. Imagine this is in the snow. We had no snow this year, but a few years back we had snow and this was blooming. It was just gorgeous. They are hardy from zone 3 to 8. So beautiful plant, I highly recommend this. All right, guys, I'm back in my playroom. I have my coffee, I have my seeds here, and let's see how many seeds I can show you today, because I film these videos after my work day and I have a very short window of daylight, so hopefully I will show you as many seeds as possible before it gets dark. I will also talk quite fast because I want to give you as much information as possible. Anyway, I will start with seeds that are good for beginners, or at least in my experience. I had a good experience with them as a beginner. And one of my first flowers, actually my very first flower that I've ever grown, was the China Aster. And I have no idea why more people don't grow this particular annual. They are absolutely beautiful. They come in all kind of different colors and shapes. They last forever in the garden and in bouquets. So this was my my gateway flower, can I say that? So my parents have a little country house, as you probably know, and when I was 9, they designated a spot for me about 1 meter by meter, and they said you can grow whatever you want. They gave me choices of seeds and bulbs, and one of them was the China Aster. And when I saw the flowers come up that I started from seeds, that was it. I was hooked for life. So definitely try this, guys. Amazing flower, highly recommend. Now the next one that is great for beginners is Alyssum. And I'm sure you've grown Alyssum before, maybe from flats. They're so easy to start from seeds. Mine already started in the winter sowing bottles, and it's a very short period of time before you see the flowers. So it's incredibly satisfying to grow these little guys. And the ones that you grow from seed, usually like more sprawling than the ones that you buy in flats in the nursery. So definitely try them from seed. Now, California bluebells. Oh my gosh, if you're looking for a true blue flower, this is it. And I'm also not sure why more people don't grow this, because they're so easy. I was growing them with winter sowing method last year, incredibly successful. And I think the one downside of these little flowers is that they're little. They're like 6 inches tall, but if you plant them in a container at maybe an eye level, you can definitely appreciate those true blue flowers. Now, cosmos. Cosmos is really easy for beginners, whether you start them winter sowing method, direct sowing, or indoors. It's just so easy. The couple of downsides to cosmos are that they get quite tall, so you have to stake them, but you can choose varieties that are shorter. So this double click blend right here and rose bonbon that I grew last year are a little bit shorter, so they don't flop as much. Also, these get a little bit of a mildew in my area because I have very high humidity, but definitely really easy to grow, really great in cut flowers, and like that frilly texture of the foliage is great too. Larkspur. This one is great for direct sowing, and I grew it last year with a winter sowing method, which worked really well too. They do not like root disturbance, so direct sowing is the best, but very easy to grow. Check out this color. I mean, that true purple, like you cannot beat that color in the garden. Nasturtium. Nasturtiums are incredibly easy direct sowing. They also do not like to be transplanted, so direct sowing is best. But they have such large leaves that you can kind of see them come up right away, and you cannot confuse them with weeds, and slugs don't normally get them either. Check out this color, just almost black. Really, it's called black velvet. So this is the first year I'm trying this color. I've grown nasturtiums before, super easy. Bachelor's button, of course, great for direct sowing, very easy flower. Again, that blue cannot be beat. And sunflower, also direct sow, very easy. This one is mammoth, and I am not a yellow kind of person in my garden, but Michael insisted on planting some of the mammoth a couple of years ago, and this one grew to about 9 feet tall, and it was really fun to see that plant. And when the seed heads matured, cardinals came in and they were all over the place enjoying these flowers. So if you're into sunflowers, definitely try them, really easy. Now the next batch of flowers is just kind of like all over the place. I will mention if they're great for direct sowing, winter sowing, or starting indoors, but these are just the ones that I bought this year. And if you remember, guys, in my New Year's resolutions, one of my resolutions was to simplify. Well, that's out of the window now because I have all these plants and I'm sure it will not be easy or simple to accommodate them in the garden, but I just want to try them all. So let's get started with sweet peas. Sweet peas are also really easy. The only reason I did not include them in the beginner category is that they have a short span of time when you can grow them, at least in my area, because our summers get really hot really fast, and they like cooler weather, so they start to wither and just like disappear. So you have to baby them a little bit, but I have April in Paris, this beautiful light purple. And I already started both of these, and I have little Sweetheart. So sweet peas, they grow tall and you have to stake them, but this little Sweetheart is actually quite short and you can grow it in the hanging basket. Now, Ammi, oh, so pretty. I grew this for a couple of years now, and this one is green mist. And it's kind of looks like Queen's Anne's lace, but they don't seed as much in the garden as the Queen's Anne's lace does. Really great in bouquets, great filler. And there's Ammi Dara, which I grew last year, and it has really, really dark maroon flowers. They're almost black, and they look amazing in bouquets. Verbena bonariensis, and this one is perennial starting in zone 7. It is not a perennial in my area. It doesn't seed, it doesn't come back. It's just a little too cold for this. These are just adorable. If you saw a garden tour of my friend Patty's garden, she has tons of them, and they're just like this ephemeral, beautiful purple flowers that fit in with everything. And the one thing about these seeds, they need stratification. So they need a couple of weeks of cold before they germinate. Mallope. Oh my God, another underrated plant. I grew it last year for the first time, and I have no idea why more people don't grow this. Really easy to grow. And yeah, the reason I didn't include it in the beginner, because I only have 1 year of experience with this plant, but the first year was amazing. It's just beautiful pink flowers, kind of like a trailing, beautiful, like to cover legs of certain plants. Cup and saucer vine. Oh my word. This plant is so exotic, and they grow to 70 feet tall in like their natural environment. I grew it a couple of years ago, and it grew to about 20 feet before it bloomed. But once it bloomed, those beautiful bell-shaped like flowers, stunning. Just absolutely so amazing. And the foliage is very decorative too. So definitely try it. This is not frost hardy. You have to start it indoors and then put it outside after your last frost. Ageratum. Now this one is beautiful purple flower, and they have like these dainty flowers. It's also deer resistant, which is huge for me because I suffer from deer around here big time. So I'm actually going to plant these in the border on the side of our house. All right. Love in the Mist. I've grown the blue one. I want to try the chocolate and cream. Orlaya. Orlaya I also grew last year. Again, kind of that Queen's Anne's lace look, but the foliage is very decorative on these. Even before they start blooming, that frilly kind of ferny-like foliage is a great addition to the garden. Asarina. Underrated vine. Like, I've never seen this grown before I bought it online, and I grew it in my own garden. Really easy vine. It's a medium size. It's to about 8 to 10 feet tall. Great for an arbor or pergola. And those blue flowers attract pollinators too, like big time. So definitely try it if you're looking for a medium sized vine in blue or purple color. I think it comes in white too. And amaranth. So this one, amaranth dreadlocks, I grew last year, and I'm sold. It's like one of my favorite flowers now. So I'm not sure if I should stop now or keep going. I have a feeling I should keep going. I'll just keep going. So this batch is actually biennials and perennials. Now hollyhock, I love hollyhocks. We do get a little rust in our area, but I spray with fungal spray and they do just fine. So I have this one, and I have the Watchman. The Watchman I already started last year. So these are biennials. You start them the first year and they bloom the following year for you. Great for winter sowing. They bulk up during the summer and then they're going to bloom the following summer. Check out this color, just amazing. Now these right here are perennials. Now, Rocky Mountain Blue, and there are a lot of perennials that you can start from seed and save money, and also a lot of them do bloom the first year. So the Columbine a lot of times blooms the first year, and this blue color is just beautiful. This true hyssop, I've never grown before. I'm just can't wait to try this. Now, you know that Agastache a lot of times is called hyssop, but it's not really hyssop. This is a true hyssop right here. And perennial, hardy to zone 5. Verbascum, you know, we all know of the yellow verbascum. I've never seen a pink and a purple one, so can't wait to grow these. Penstemon Rocky Mountain Blue. Oh my gosh. Check out this color and shape. Like these meadowy kind of looking like flowers. I'm so my jam. Delphinium Pacific Giants. Now, delphiniums are kind of tough in my area because it is very humid and hot during the summer, but this one I've read does really well with high humidity. So I'm trying these, and a lot of these guys I already winter sowed. So these have been started already in my area. I'm in zone 6. Penstemon Fragrant Palmers also have not grown this before, have never seen this before. Just can't wait to see this. Chinese Foxglove. This is a tender perennial in my area, or like a hardy annual, I guess. Never grown this before. These have not been started yet. And by the way, I forgot to mention, this video is not about how to start seeds. It's basically me just showing my stash. There are a lot of videos out there that are very well done. Erin with Impatient Gardener did a great video on seed starting, so you can go check out her video. I may do like a quick one next week, how I'm starting seeds in the house, but it's like there's so many videos. I don't want to be repetitive. So anyway, Echinacea Paleta, beautiful native, growing it this year. Blue Grama grass. How cute is this? The little seed pods, they look like eyelashes. Like just tons of eyelashes. I've seen this tons and tons of times in botanical gardens, and I'm like, I'm growing this plant. I'm going to find it, I'm going to grow it, and I will this year. Honeywort purple tear. Never heard of this plant. It just looks very interesting. Purple with bluish leaves. Can't go wrong with that. Actually, I'm gonna skip these. Blue lace flower. Never heard of this one before. I am waiting to try this so bad because that bluish, also like a meadowy, very wispy look is one of my favorites. White basket flower. So basket flowers come in purple, blues, and I've never seen it in white, so I want to try this one. Now this one also never heard of before, Silene. Supposedly really great for hanging baskets, and just like that little dainty look, I've never seen anything like this, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this bloom. These last two ones also never grown before, never heard of before. Pimpinella rosea, just beautiful little plant, and evening scented stock. And you know, we have those stocks that are very like bulky and a lot of petals, but I think this is going to be like an unbelievable fragrant flower. All right, guys, I'm actually going to stop right here because this video is getting way too long and I probably lost most of you by this point. But thank you so much for watching. I hope this video wasn't like all over the place. And in the next video or in the next couple of videos, I will go over more seeds because I have tons more seeds, some more winter sowing, and maybe like a quick tutorial on how I start my seeds indoors. And because we still have plenty of time. And thank you so much for watching again. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I would love to stay in touch with you. And as per usual, if you have questions, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye.